Hey there, Callum here again from Study in Australia TV. Today we're going to continue our look at Australia's famous and most interesting people. Here's a list of Australian people from actors to media moguls who have made their mark on us. Chris Hemsworth. Christopher Hemsworth AM, born 11th of August 1983, is an Australian actor. He first rose to prominence in Australia playing Kim Hyde in the Australian television series Home and Away from 2004 to 2007, before beginning a film career in Hollywood. Hemsworth is best known for playing Thor in 8 Marvel Cinematic Universe films, beginning with Thor in 2011 and appearing most recently in Avengers Endgame in 2019, which established him among the world's highest paid actors. Hemsworth's other film roles include the action films Star Trek in 2009, Snow White and the Huntsman 2012, Red Dawn in 2012, Black Hat in 2015, and Men in Black International in 2019, and Extraction in 2020. The thriller A Perfect Getaway in 2009, and the comedy Ghostbusters in 2016. His most critically acclaimed films include the comedy horror The Cabin in the Woods 2012 and the biographical sports film Rush in 2013, in which he portrayed James Hunt. Hemsworth began dating Spanish model and actress Elsa Pataky in early 2010 after meeting through their mutual representatives. They wed in December 2010. The couple have a daughter born in May 2012 and twin sons born in March 2014. In 2015, Hemsworth and his family moved from Los Angeles to Byron Bay, New South Wales in his native Australia. Hemsworth was appointed a member of the Order of Australia in the 2021 Queen's Birthday Honours. Cate Blanchett. Catherine Elise Blanchett AC, born 14th of May 1969, is an Australian-American actress, producer and theatre director. Regarded as one of the best actresses of her generation, she is noted for her versatile roles in blockbusters, independent films and stage work in various theatre productions. She has received numerous accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, 3 British Academy Film Awards, and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards. After graduating from the National Institute of Dramatic Art, Blanchett began her acting career on the Australian stage, taking on roles in Electra in 1992 and Hamlet in 1994. She came to international attention for playing Elizabeth I in the drama film Elizabeth in 1998, for which she won the Golden Globe and BAFTA Award for Best Actress and received her first of 7 Academy Award nominations. Her portrayal of Katharine Hepburn in Martin Scorsese's The Aviator in 2004 won her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, and she later won the Academy Award for Best Actress for playing a neurotic, former socialite in Woody Allen's comedy drama Blue Jasmine in 2013. Blanchett's highest-grossing films include Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings trilogy in 2001 to 2003 and The Hobbit trilogy from 2012 to 2014, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button in 2008, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull in 2008, Cinderella in 2015, Thor Ragnarok in 2017, and Ocean's 8 in 2018. Blanchett has performed in over 20 theatre productions. From 2008 to 2013, she and her husband Andrew Upton served as the artistic directors of the Sydney Theatre Company. Some of her stage roles during this period were in revivals of A Streetcar Named Desire, Uncle Vanya and the Maids. She made her Broadway debut in 2017 with The Present, for which she received a Tony Award nomination. The Australian government awarded Blanchett the Centenary Award in 2001, and she was appointed a Companion of the Order of Australia in 2017. In 2012, she was appointed Chevalier of the Order of Arts and Letters by the French government. Blanchett has been presented with Honorary Doctor of Letters degrees from the University of New South Wales, University of Sydney, and Macquarie University. In 2015, she was honoured by the Museum of Modern Art and received the British Film Institute Fellowship. Time magazine named Blanchett one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2007, and in 2018, she was ranked among the world's highest paid actresses. Blanchett has been a long-term proponent of individual and collective action on climate change and other environmental issues. Blanchett has been working with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or the UNHCR, since 2015. Blanchett has spoken about feminism and politics, telling Sky News in 2013 that she was concerned that a wave of conservatism is sweeping the globe, was threatening women's role in society. Blanchett is married to playwright and screenwriter Andrew Upton, and they have 3 sons and 1 daughter. After making Brighton, England their main family home for nearly 10 years, she and her husband returned to their native Australia in 2006. Blanchett has been a patron and a first ambassador of the Australian Film Institute and its academy, the Australian Academy of Cinema and Television Arts, since 2001. Julian Assange. Julian Paul Assange, born the 3rd of July 1971, is an Australian editor, publisher and activist who founded WikiLeaks in 2006. WikiLeaks came to international attention in 2010 when it published a series of leaks provided by US Army intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning. These leaks included the Baghdad airstrike collateral murder video of April 2010, the Afghanistan war logs in July 2010, the Iraq war logs of October 2010, and Cablegate in November 2010. After the 2010 leaks, the United States government launched a criminal investigation into WikiLeaks. In November 2010, Sweden issued an international arrest warrant for Assange over allegations of sexual misconduct. Assange said the allegations were a pretext for his extradition from Sweden to the United States over his role in the publication of secret American documents. After failing in his battle against extradition to Sweden, he breached bail and took refuge in the Embassy of Ecuador in London in June 2012. He was granted asylum by Ecuador in August 2012 on the grounds of political persecution. On the 11th of April 2019, Assange's asylum was withdrawn following a series of disputes with the Ecuadorian authorities. The police were invited into the embassy and he was arrested. He was found guilty of breaching the Bail Act and sentenced to 50 weeks in prison. The United States government unsealed an indictment against Assange related to the leaks provided by Chelsea Manning. On the 23rd of May 2019, the United States government further charged Assange with violating the Espionage Act of 1917, but on 4th of January 2021, District Judge Vanessa Barraza ruled against the United States' request to extradite him and stated that doing so would be oppressive, given his mental health. On the 6th of January 2021, Assange was denied bail, pending an appeal by the United States. Assange is still waiting for an extradition hearing from Britain by the United States, where he faces 17 charges under the Espionage Act and one of conspiracy to commit computer instruction for the leaking of classified documents. In 2010, Assange received the Sam Adams Award and a string of distinctions: the Time Reader's Choice Award for Person of the Year, a deal for his autobiography worth at least US $1.3 million, and selection by the Italian edition of Rolling Stone as Rock Star of the Year. In 2011, Assange won the Sydney Peace Foundation Gold Medal for Peace with Justice. He was awarded the Martha Gellhorn Prize for Journalism in June 2011, having earlier won the Amnesty International UK Media Award in New Media in 2009. In 2011, the Walkley Foundation awarded WikiLeaks the Walkley Award for Most Outstanding Contribution to Journalism. Julia Gillard. Julia Eileen Gillard, AC, born 29th of September 1961, is an Australian politician who served as the 27th Prime Minister of Australia and leader of the Labor Party from 2010 to 2013, the first and only woman to date to hold either role. She previously held the roles of Deputy Prime Minister of Australia, Minister for Education, Minister for Employment and Workplace Relations, and Minister for Social Inclusion from 2007 to 2010. Born in Barrie, Wales, Gillard migrated with her family to Adelaide in South Australia in 1966. Gillard studied at the University of Adelaide, but switched to the University of Melbourne in 1982, where she graduated with a Bachelor of Laws in 1986 and a Bachelor of Arts in 1989. During this time, she was president of the Australian Union of Students from 1983 to 1984. In 1987, Gillard joined the law firm Slater and Gordon, eventually becoming a partner in 1990, specialising in industrial law. In 1996, she became Chief of Staff to John Brumby, the leader of the opposition in Victoria. Gillard was first elected to the House of Representatives at the 1998 election for the seat of Layla. Following the 2001 election, she was appointed to the Shadow Cabinet. In December 2006, Gillard became the Deputy Leader of the Opposition, and after Labor's victory in 2007, she was appointed as Deputy Prime Minister of Australia and was also given the roles of Minister for Education, Minister for Employment and Workplace Relations, and Minister for Social Inclusion. On the 24th of June 2010, after Kevin Rudd lost internal support within the Labor Party and resigned as leader, Gillard was elected, unopposed, as his replacement and was sworn in as Prime Minister. She led Labor through the 2010 election weeks later to form a minority government. The Gillard government introduced the National Disability Insurance Scheme, introduced Gonski funding for Australian education, implemented the carbon pricing in Australia, and oversaw the National Broadband Network. On the 26th of June 2013, after a lengthy period of leadership instability, Gillard lost the leadership of the Labor Party back to Rudd at a leadership spill. Her resignation as Prime Minister took effect the next day, and she announced her retirement from politics. Since her time as Prime Minister, Gillard has been a visiting professor at the University of Adelaide, the Senior Fellow at the Brookings Institution's Centre for Universal Education, and has served as the Chair of the Global Partnership for Education since 2014 and as the Chair of Beyond Blue since 2017. In 2017, Gillard was appointed a Companion of the Order of Australia, AC, for eminent service to the Parliament of Australia, particularly as Prime Minister, through seminal contributions to economic and social development, and particularly policy reform in the areas of education, disability care, workplace relations, health, foreign affairs, and the environment, and as a role model to women. Kerry Packer. Kerry Frances Bullmore Packer AC, born 17th of December 1937 and died 26th of December 2005, was an Australian media tycoon and was considered one of Australia's most powerful media proprietors of the 20th century. The Packer family company owned a controlling interest in both the Nine television network and leading Australian publishing company, Australian Consolidated Press, which were later merged to form Publishing and Broadcasting Limited, or PBL. Outside Australia, Packer was best known for founding World Series cricket. At the time of his death, Packer was one of the richest and most influential men in Australia. In 2004, Business Review Weekly magazine estimated Packer's net worth at an Australian $6.5 billion. Packer's primary schooling suffered greatly when he was struck with a severe bout of polio at age 8, and he was confined to an iron lung for 9 months. His father apparently thought little of his son's abilities, once cruelly describing him as the family idiot. Although Kerry subsequently steered PBL to heights far beyond anything his father or his brother achieved. Kerry Packer and his wife of 42 years, Rosalind Parker AC, née Whedon, had 2 children, a daughter, Gretel, and a son, James. Packer conducted extramarital affairs with a number of women, including the model, Carol Lopez, publisher and former Conpress employee Ita Buttrose, and Julie Trethowan, his longtime mistress and manager from 1983 of the Packer-owned Sydney City Health and Fitness Club, the Hyde Park Club. After his death, his son James took over the Packer empire. Miranda Kerr. Miranda May Kerr, born 20th of April 1983, is an Australian model and businesswoman. Kerr rose to prominence in 2007 as one of the Victoria's Secret Angels. Kerr was the first Australian Victoria's Secret model and also represented the Australian department store chain David Jones. Kerr has launched her own brand of organic skincare products Cora Organics and has written a self-help book. Kerr began modeling in the fashion industry when she was 13, winning the 1997 Dolly Magazine Model Search competition. Since 2008, Kerr has consistently ranked on the Forbes list of highest earning models. Kerr was previously married to English actor Orlando Bloom, with whom she had her first son. Since 2017, she has been married to Snapchat CEO Evan Spiegel, with whom she has 2 children. Steve Irwin. Stephen Robert Irwin, 22nd of February 1962 to the 4th of September 2006, nicknamed the Crocodile Hunter, was an Australian zookeeper, television personality, wildlife expert, environmentalist, and conservationist. Irwin achieved worldwide fame from the television series The Crocodile Hunter, which ran from 1996 to 2007, an internationally broadcast wildlife documentary series that he co-hosted with his wife Terry. The couple also hosted the series Croc Files from 1999 to 2001, The Crocodile Hunter Diaries from 2002 to 2006, and New Breed Vets in 2005. They also co-owned and operated Australia Zoo, founded by Irwin's parents in Biawar, about 80 kilometres north of Brisbane. Irwin was killed accidentally on the 4th of September 2006 after being pierced in the chest by a stingray barb while filming a documentary in Australia's Great Barrier Reef. His death became international news and was met with expressions of shock and grief by fans, the media, governments, and non-profit organisations. Numerous parks, zoos, streets, a vessel, and an asteroid have been named in his honour. In 1991, Irwin met Terry Raines, an American naturalist from Eugene, Oregon. It was love at first sight. Together they had 2 children, a daughter, Bindi Sue Irwin, born 24th of July 1998, and a son, Robert Clarence Irwin, born the 1st of December 2003. Irwin was as enthusiastic about his family as he was about his work. His widow Terry and their 2 children continue to operate Australia Zoo to this day. Toni Collette. Toni Collette Galafasi, born Toni Collette, 1st of November 1972, is an Australian actress, producer, singer and songwriter. She is known for her work in independent films as well as supporting roles in feature films, for which she has received numerous accolades. After making her film debut in Spotswood in 1992, and being nominated for the ACTRA Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role, her breakthrough role came in the comedy drama Muriel's Wedding in 1994, which earned her a Golden Globe Award nomination and won her the ACTRA Award for Best Actress in a Leading Role. Collette achieved greater international recognition for her role in the psychological thriller film The Sixth Sense in 1999 and was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Collette's films include diverse genres, such as the period comedy Emma in 1996, the action thriller Shaft in 2000, the period drama The Hours in 2002, the romantic drama Japanese Story in 2003, the comedies In Her Shoes 2005 and The Way Way Back in 2013, the horror films Krampus 2015 and Hereditary 2018, and the mystery film Knives Out in 2019. She received BAFTA Award nominations for her performances in the romantic comedy About a Boy in 2002 and the comedy drama Little Miss Sunshine in 2006. Her Broadway performances include the lead role in The Wild Party 2000, which earned her a Tony Award nomination. In television, she starred in the Showtime comedy drama series United States of Tara from 2008 to 2011, and the Netflix drama miniseries Unbelievable in 2019. For the former, she won a Primetime Emmy Award and a Golden Globe Award. She has won 5 ACTRA Awards from 8 nominations. Collette married Dave Galafasi, drummer of the band Gelbison, in January 2003. The couple have had 2 children together. As the lead singer of Toni Collette and The Finish, she wrote all 11 tracks of their soul album, Beautiful Awkward Pictures, in 2006. The band toured Australia, but have not performed nor released any new material after 2007. In 2017, Collette and Jen Turner co-founded the film production company Vocab Films. Barry Humphries. John Barry Humphries, AO CBE, born 17th of February 1934, is an Australian comedian, actor, satirist, artist and author. He is best known for writing and playing his onstage and television alter egos Dame Edna Everage and Sir Les Patterson. He is also a film producer and scriptwriter, a star of London's West End musical theatre, an award-winning writer and an accomplished landscape painter. Humphrey's characters have brought him international renown, and he also appeared in numerous stage productions, films, and television shows. Originally conceived as a dowdy Moonee Ponds housewife who caricatured Australian suburban complacency and insularity, Dame Edna Everage has evolved over 4 decades to become a satire of stardom. A gaudily dressed, acid-tongued, egomaniacal, internationally feted housewife gigastar. Humphrey's other satirical characters include the priapic and inebriated cultural attaché, Sir Les Patterson, who has continued to bring worldwide discredit upon Australian arts and culture while contributing as much to the Australian vernacular as he has borrowed from it. Dame Edna Everage is one of the most enduring Australian comic characters of all time, and one of the longest-lived comedic characterizations. Humphreys has appeared in numerous television shows in Australia, the UK, and the US. In the UK, he made 2 highly successful series of his comedy talk show, The Dame Edna Experience, for London weekend television. The series boasted a phalanx of superstar guests, including Liza Minnelli, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Charlton Heston, and Jane Seymour. Humphreys has spent much of his life immersed in music, literature, and the arts. A self-proclaimed bibliomaniac, his house in West Hampstead, London, supposedly contains some 25,000 books, many of them first editions of the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Some of the more arcane and rare items in this collection include the telephone book of Oscar Wilde, Memoirs of a Public Baby by Philip O'Connor, an autographed copy of Humdrum by Harold Acton, the complete works of Wilfred Child, and several volumes of the pre-war surrealist poetry of Herbert Reed. Rachel Griffiths. Rachel Ann Griffiths, AM, born in 1968, is an Australian actress and director. Raised primarily in Melbourne, she began her acting career appearing on the Australian series Secrets, before being cast in a supporting role in the comedy Muriel's Wedding in 1994, which earned her an Actor Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. In 1997, she was the lead in Nadia Tass's drama Amy. She also had a role opposite Julia Roberts in the American romantic comedy My Best Friend's Wedding in 1997, followed by her role as Hilary Dupree in Hilary and Jackie in 1998, for which she was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. From 2001 to 2005, Griffiths portrayed masseuse Brenda Chenoweth in the HBO series 6 Feet Under, for which she earned a Golden Globes Award for Best Actress in 2002. She subsequently appeared on television as Sarah Walker Laurent on the ABC drama series Brothers and Sisters from 2006 to 2011, for which she was nominated for multiple Primetime Emmy Awards. She has also had roles in the films Blow in 2001, the historical drama Ned Kelly in 2003, Step Up in 2006, and the Julian Assange television biopic Underground, The Julian Assange Story in 2012. In 2016, she appeared in a supporting role in Mel Gibson's biographical war drama Hacksaw Ridge and in the docudrama miniseries When We Rise, written by Dustin Lance Black. On stage, Griffiths appeared in a Melbourne-based production of Proof in 2002, which earned her a Helpman Award, and later made her Broadway debut in a 2011 critically acclaimed production of Other Desert Cities. In addition to acting, she made her directorial debut with the short film Tulip in 1998 and has directed several episodes of the Australian television series Nowhere Boys and the British drama series Indian Summers in 2015 and 2016 respectively. In 2019, she also directed Ride Like a Girl in her feature film directing debut starring Teresa Palmer and Sam Neill. It's based on the true story of Michelle Payne, the first female jockey to win the Melbourne Cup in 2015. After having lived and worked in the United States for nearly a decade while appearing on the series 6 Feet Under and Brothers and Sisters, Griffiths returned to live in her native Australia in 2012. Griffiths was honoured in the Australia Day Honours in 2020. Geoffrey Rush. Geoffrey Roy Rush, AC, born on the 6th of July 1951, is an Australian actor and narrator. He is among 24 people who have won the Triple Crown of Acting, an Academy Award for Film, a Primetime Emmy Award for Television, and a Tony Award for Theatre. In film, he won an Academy Award for Best Actor for Shine in 1996, and was nominated again for his performances in the romantic comedy Shakespeare in Love, 1998, the period drama Quills in 2000, and historical drama The King's Speech in 2010. He is particularly known for his role as Captain Barbossa in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise from 2003 to 2017, and has appeared in films including the historical film Elizabeth in 1998, the film adaptation of Victor Hugo's novel Les Miserables in 1998 opposite Liam Neeson, the biographical film of Frida in 2001 starring Salma Hayek, Steven Spielberg's historical action thriller Munich in 2005, and the war drama The Book Thief in 2013, based on the 2005 novel by Marcus Zusak. Rush got his start in the Australian stage before making his Broadway debut in Exit the King in 2009, where he received a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play for his performance. He is also known for his work in television, playing Peter Sellers in The Life and Death of Peter Sellers in 2004 on HBO, for which he won a Primetime Emmy Award, and as Albert Einstein in Genius 2017 on National Geographic. Over his career, he has won an Academy Award, 3 British Academy Film Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, and 4 Screen Actors Guild Awards. Rush is the founding president of the Australian Academy of Cinema and Television Arts and was named the 2012 Australian of the Year. Since 1988, Rush has been married to actress Jane Menelaus, with whom he has a daughter, Angelica, born in 1993, and a son, James, born in 1995. Rush lives in Melbourne and has spent several years in Castlemaine, Victoria. Jennifer Hawkins. Jennifer Hawkins, born on the 22nd of December 1983, is an Australian model, television presenter, and beauty queen, best known for being crowned Miss Universe Australia and later the same year, Miss Universe 2004. She was the host of Australia's Next Top Model and was brand ambassador for Lovable Intimates, Mount Franklin Lightly Sparkling, and Range Rover, and formerly the face of Australian department store Myer. On the 4th of June 2013, Hawkins married her boyfriend of 8 years, Jake Wall, in a small ceremony in a resort on the island of Bali in Indonesia. The couple were engaged for 18 months after Wall proposed in New Zealand. In May 2019, Hawkins announced that she and Wall were expecting their first child together. During her pregnancy, Hawkins discussed her fertility issues while announcing that their daughter was due in October 2019. On October 22nd, 2019, Hawkins announced that she had given birth to a baby girl named Frankie Violet. Hawkins currently resides in Sydney. In July 2021, Hawkins announced she was expecting her second child. Hugo Weaving. Hugo Wallace Weaving, AO, born on the 4th of April 1960, is an Australian English actor. Born in colonial Nigeria to English parents, he has resided in Australia for the entirety of his professional career. He is the recipient of 6 Australian Academy of Cinema and Television Arts Awards, or ACTA Awards, and has also been recognised as an honorary officer of the Order of Australia. Weaving landed his first major role as English cricket captain Douglas Jardine on the Australian television series Bodyline in 1984. Continuing to act in Australia, he rose to prominence with his first appearances in the films Proof in 1991 and The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert in 1994, winning his first ACTA award for Best Actor in a Leading Role. By the turn of the millennium, Weaving achieved international recognition through appearances in mainstream American productions. His most notable film roles include Agent Smith in the Matrix trilogy from 1999 to 2003, Elrond in The Lord of the Rings from 2001 to 2003, and The Hobbit 2012 to 2014 trilogies, the title character in V for Vendetta in 2005, and the Red Skull in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU entry, Captain America: The First Avenger in 2011. In addition to his live-action appearances, Weaving has had several voiceover roles, including in the films Babe in 1995, Happy Feet in 2006, and Happy Feet 2 in 2011, and the Transformers series 2007 to 2011 as Megatron. He also reprised his roles of Agent Smith and Elrond in Matrix and Lord of the Rings video game adaptations. In 2004, Weaving became an ambassador for Australian animal rights organisation Voiceless, the Animal Protection Institute. He attends events, promotes Voiceless in interviews, and assists in their judging of annual grants recipients. He has also been a spokesperson in TV spots for epilepsy charity. Jessica Mauboy. Jessica Hilda Mauboy, born 4th of August 1989, is an Australian R&B and pop singer, songwriter and actress. Born and raised in Darwin, Northern Territory, she rose to fame in 2006 on the 4th season of Australian Idol, where she was runner-up and subsequently signed a recording contract with Sony Music Australia. After releasing a live album of her Idol performances and briefly being a member of the girl group Young Divas in 2007, Mauboy released her debut studio album, Been Waiting, the following year. It included her first #1 single, Burn, and became the second highest selling Australian album of 2009, certified double platinum by the Australian Recording Industry Association, or the ARIA. Her second studio album, Get 'Em Girls, in 2010 showcased a harder-edged R&B sound and produced 4 platinum singles. Her third studio album, Beautiful, in 2013, a mixture of dance-oriented tracks, R&B and pop, including the top 10 hits Pop a Bottle or Fill Me Up, Never Be the Same, and Can I Get a Moment? Aside from her music career, Mauboy has ventured into acting, with starring roles in the films Brand New Day in 2010 and The Sapphires in 2012, which earned her the Actor Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. She returned to acting in 2016 in the lead role in the television drama series The Secret Daughter for 2 seasons. It was her first major TV role and was written especially for her. She released 2 soundtrack albums from the show, the first of which made her the first Indigenous artist with a #1 album on the ARIA Albums chart. Her 4th studio album, Hilda, released in October 2019, debuted at #1. Mauboy is one of Australia's most successful female artists. She has achieved 6 top 10 albums, including 2 #1s, and 16 top 20 singles, including 9 top 10 hits. She has won 2 ARIA Music Awards from 25 nominations and was ranked 16th on the Herald Sun's list of the 100 greatest Australian singers of all time. She has collaborated with international artists such as Flo Rida, Snoop Dogg, Ludacris, Jay Sean, and Pitbull. She has also toured with Beyonce and Chris Brown and performed at many notable events, including the Australian visits for Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, and US President Barack Obama. She was a guest performer at the second semi-final of the Eurovision Song Contest in 2014. She competed for Australia at the 2018 Eurovision Song Contest and reached 20th place. Rupert Murdoch. Keith Rupert Murdoch, AC KCSG, born 11th of March 1931, is an Australian-born American billionaire businessman, media tycoon and investor. Through his company News Corp, he is the owner of hundreds of local, national and international publishing outlets around the world, including in the UK, The Sun and the Times, in Australia, the Daily Telegraph, Herald Sun and the Australian, and in the US, the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post. Book publisher HarperCollins, and the television broadcasting channels Sky News Australia and Fox News through the Fox Corporation. He was also the owner of Sky until 2018, 21st Century Fox until 2019, and the now defunct News of the World. After his father's death in 1952, Murdoch took over the running of The News, a small Adelaide newspaper owned by his father. In the 1950s and 1960s, Murdoch acquired a number of newspapers in Australia and New Zealand before expanding into the United Kingdom in 1969. taking over the news of the world, followed closely by The Sun. In 1974, Murdoch moved to New York City to expand into the US market. However, he retained interests in Australia and Britain. In 1981, Murdoch bought The Times, his first British broadsheet, and in 1985 became a naturalised US citizen, giving up his Australian citizenship to satisfy the legal requirement for US television network ownership. In 1986, keen to adopt newer electronic publishing technologies, Murdoch consolidated his UK printing operations in London. His holding company, News Corporation, acquired 20th Century Fox in 1985, HarperCollins in 1989, and the Wall Street Journal in 2007. Murdoch formed the British broadcaster B-Sky B in 1990 and expanded into Asian networks and South American television. By 2000, Murdoch's News Corporation owned over 800 companies in more than 50 countries, with a net worth of over $5 billion. Naomi Watts. Naomi Ellen Watts, born on the 28th of September 1968, is an Australian-British actress and film producer. She made her film debut in the Australian drama For Love Alone in 1986, and then appeared in the Australian television series Hey Dad in 1990, Brides of Christ in 1991, Home and Away, also 1991, and the film Flirting, also 1991. After moving to the United States, Watts initially struggled as an actress with appearances in small-scale films until appearing in Mulholland Drive in 2001. Watts rose to international prominence for playing an aspiring actress in David Lynch's psychological thriller Mulholland Drive in 2001 and a tormented journalist in the horror remake The Ring in 2002. She received a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Actress for her performance as a grief-stricken mother in Alejandro González Iñárritu's film 21 Grams in 2003. Her profile continued to grow with starring roles in I Heart Huckabees 2004, King Kong in 2005, Eastern Promises in 2007, and The International in 2009. For her role as Maria Bennett in the disaster film The Impossible in 2012, Watts received another Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. In the 2010s, she starred in such films such as Birdman in 2014, St. Vincent in 2014, While We're Young in 2015, The Glass Castle in 2017, and Loose in 2019. Watts also continued to act in blockbusters, with appearances in the Divergent franchise from 2015 to 2016, and ventured into television with the Showtime mystery drama series Twin Peaks in 2017, and the biographical limited series The Loudest Voice in 2019. Watts is particularly known for her work in remakes and independent productions with dark or tragic themes, as well as portrayals of characters that endure loss or suffering. Magazines such as People and Maxim have included her on their list of the world's most beautiful women. She has been an ambassador for joint United Nations programs on HIV/AIDS and Pantene's Beautiful Lengths. Guy Sebastian. Guy Theodore Sebastian AM, born on the 26th of October 1981, is a Malaysian-Australian singer and songwriter who was the winner of the first Australian Idol in 2003, and a judge on Australia's The X Factor in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2015 and 2016. He represented Australia at the 2015 Eurovision Song Contest, finishing in 5th place. Sebastian has released 9 top 10 albums, including 3 number ones. The first 7 all gained either platinum or multi-platinum certification. He's also achieved 22 top 20 singles, with 13 reaching the top 10, including 6 number ones. He is the only Australian male artist in Australian chart history to achieve 6 number 1 singles and places 3rd overall for all Australian acts. 9 of his singles have been certified multi-platinum, including the 11-time platinum Battle Scars. His debut single, Angels Brought Me Here, was the highest selling song in Australia in the decade 2000 to 2009. With 65 platinum and 5 gold certifications and combined album and single sales of over 4.7 million in Australia, he has the highest certifications and sales of any Australian Idol contestant. Sebastian has also worked with a number of notable American musicians, including Brian McKnight, Robin Thicke, Steve Cropper, John Mayer, Jordan Sparks, Eve and Loop Fiasco. Battle Scars, a collaboration with Fiasco, spent 20 weeks on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart, peaking at number 71 and achieved platinum certification. In 2015, his Eurovision song charted in the top 50 in 5 European countries. During his career, Sebastian has received 32 ARIA Award nominations, winning 6, including Best Pop Release and Best Live Act. Other awards include the APRA, Urban Work of the Year, the Oz Artist of the Year, Urban Music Awards for Best Male Artist and Best R&B Album, and an International Songwriting Competition award for Battle Scars. Sebastian has sung at many notable events, including performing for Pope Benedict XVI, Oprah Winfrey, and Queen Elizabeth II. He has a strong commitment to charity and was previously an ambassador for World Vision Australia and the Australian Red Cross. He has created his own foundation, the Sebastian Foundation, with his wife Jules. Sebastian was made a member of the Order of Australia, or an AM, in the 2019 Queen's Birthday Honours in recognition of his significant service to music and charity. Tina Arena. Filipina Lydia Tina Arena, AM, born the 1st of November 1967, is an Australian singer and songwriter, musician, musical theatre actress and record producer. She is one of Australia's highest selling artists and has sold over 10 million records worldwide. Arena is an artist with the vocal range of a soprano and is multilingual. She sings live and records in English, Italian, French and Spanish. Arena has earned several international and national awards, including a Brit Award, 7 ARIA Awards, and 2 World Music Awards for Best-Selling Australian Artists, which she received in 1996 and in 2000. In 2001, Arena was awarded a BMI Foundation Songwriting Award, which is the Broadcast Music Incorporated, by the American Performance Rights Organization for co-writing Burn with Pam Reswick and Steve Werfel. In 2011, Arena became the first Australian to be awarded a knighthood of the French National Order of National Merit, presented by the President of the French Republic, Nicolas Sarkozy, for her contributions to French culture, and ceremonially awarded by Frédéric Mitterrand, the Minister of Culture and Communication of France. In 2015, Arena was inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame at the 2015 ARIA Awards ceremony. On Australia Day, 26th of January 2016, Arena was recognised in the Australia Day Honours and appointed a member in the General Division of the Order of Australia for significant service to the music industry as a singer, songwriter and recording artist, and as a supporter of charitable groups. In 2016, Arena was appointed as a member of the Order of Australia, AM. Hamish Blake. Hamish Donald Blake, born on the 11th of December 1981, is an Australian comedian, actor and author from Melbourne, Victoria. Since 2003, he has worked with Andy Lee as part of the comedy duo Hamish and Andy. The pair have performed live and on television and radio, most notably with their drive time radio program, Hamish and Andy. As a solo performer, Blake has appeared on various Australian television programs, including the Melbourne International Comedy Festival's televised 2008 Great Debate, and has been a regular guest on Spicks and Specs, Rove and Thank God You're Here. In April 2012, Blake and Lee won a Logie Award for their television program Hamish and Andy's Gap Year. Individually, Blake also won the Gold Logie Award for Most Popular Personality on Australian television. Tim Minchin. Timothy David Minchin, AM, born on the 7th of October 1975, is an Australian comedian, actor, writer, musician and songwriter who refers to himself as a cool comedic minstrel. He was born in Northampton, England, to Australian parents and raised in Perth, Western Australia. His show, Dark Side, launched him into the public eye, achieving critical success at the 2005 Melbourne International Comedy Festival and the 2005 Edinburgh Festival Fringe. In 2013, Minchin played the role of rock star Atticus Fetch on Showtime's Californication. Minchin has a background in theatre and he's appeared in various stage productions in addition to small acting roles on Australian television. A documentary film about Minchin, Rock and Roll Nerd, was released theatrically in 2008 and broadcast by ABC One in 2009. He is the composer and lyricist of the Olivier Award-winning, Tony Award-winning, and Grammy Award-nominated show Matilda the Musical, and the Olivier Award-winning and Tony Award-nominated show Groundhog Day the Musical. In 2013, the University of Western Australia awarded Minchin an honorary Doctor of Letters degree for his contributions to the arts, recognising his outstanding achievements as well as his worldwide acclaim as a composer, lyricist, actor, writer, and comedian. Minchin was appointed a member of the Order of Australia in the 2020 Australia Day Honours. And there it is again, what a list! So many incredible Australians. I hope you enjoyed learning all about them, and I'm looking forward to telling you all about the next group of famous and interesting Aussies. But stay tuned, and bye for now.